Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Weird World Adventures, the podcast. I'm your host, Malorie.
And I'm your host, Michael.
And we're here to show you just how weird this world of ours really is. So I have something fun for us to talk about today. And it's weird that I said that because it's kind of your idea.
Stealing my ideas.
So we should talk about obsolete technologies or things that we used to use growing up that will be irrelevant to people in the future, to the point where they won't even know what they are.
Or already
don't know what they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a list here, but before we do the list, I did want to talk about two examples that we've brought up recently, just in life. One of them is just the TV guide. But there's so many iterations of that actually that make me laugh, because it started out as like a TV newspaper.
Was it its own newspaper, or was it just a section?
I think it was a section of the newspaper. My grandparents used to have it.
That's even before our time, right?
Yes. Well, it is, but it still existed in our time.
Okay.
I would go to my grandparents' house, and they would literally have it out and highlight I Love Lucy, because they wanted to watch I Love Lucy every time it came on, and they'd find it in the guide in the newspaper and highlight it.
Bro, just stream it.
And that turned into the TV Guide channel. So when we were kids...
That was what I remember using.
Yeah. You'd go to a specific channel in your, channel guide, guide of channels, whatever, 35, you'd go there, and then you'd have to watch it go from 1 to however many channels there were in a loop. And if you wanted to see what was on channel 59 and you turn it on, it's on 63, you're like, well, I'm going to be here for 10 minutes waiting for it to loop back.
Yeah. I remember also as a, middle school aged boy, it would also show you the channels that you didn't have, the naughty channel, even just the adult channels. We didn't have HBO, or my family didn't have that kind of stuff, and Cinemax, that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and it would show what was on those channels. Yeah, and during the day it's just maybe they were R-rated movies or whatever.
But they're still movies.
But then I'd have a few of my friends over, and we'd be up till 3-4 in the morning, and it was maybe after 11 p.m. midnight. Those mainstream movies go away, and it's just some nasty, porno stuff, right? And you'd see them oh yeah. I remember having, I won't name any names here, but I remember I had one friend who would come over, and I was way more of a computer geek, video game, so we would go in a different room where the computer was and be playing video games all night. That was mostly what we did. But I'd have this one guy that would come over, and he would wait for that cutoff period, and then he'd try to watch Cinemax or whatever had the naughty bits show on through the grainy the grainy version, where they're just what you doing out there?
I know who that friend was.
I know you know who that friend was. But even at the age of 13, 14, it was just weird to have this guy in the other room. We know what's happening out there. Can't you do that at your house?
Right. How about you don't do this in company?
Weird. Anyways, I remember the TV.
Creepy adult.
I have no idea. I haven't. I mean, we didn't have a particular falling out, but we just went around. We just grew apart, and we just didn't have a lot in common. But yeah, I don't have any idea what he does.
Another good one, which I know we have a story about.
Well, before we move on, but there was also TV Guide.
Yes, there was the magazine,
which has a famous Seinfeld episode about it.
Of course it does.
We've never mentioned Seinfeld on this podcast, or I've never mentioned Seinfeld on this podcast,
really?
So I just wanted to make sure I threw that out there.
Seinfeld is Mike's Buffy. It's all about the Seinfeld.
I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
Buffy's more embarrassing than being a Seinfeld.
I don't think so. Not for a girl. Then there's the rotary phone.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the starkest example of kind of a close generation gap that I'd ever experienced directly in my life with somebody.
Right. Yeah, we were playing I don't know. It was
a
one of the Jackbox
one of the
games. I think it might have been the murder.
Yeah, it was the
house.
Murder Mansion. Mystery Mansion.
Whatever.
It
Yeah,
has the little mini games in the middle of it.
Yeah, and they had to use their phone sensor to like draw like what it would be like for a rotary phone, like how to dial this number.
It gave you a number.
You need to dial it on,
and
a
you had
rotary
to dial
phone.
it using
like streaming on your phone,
an emulated.
Yeah, like just dial on the rotary phone. Yeah. And me and Mike were like, well, that's just so easy. Why would they give that to you?
Yeah, it's not a puzzle. It's just dialing a phone number.
His cousin and her husband, how much younger is she than us?
That's a good question. I don't think of them as that much younger, but they're a fair amount younger than me. I mean, I'm 2.5 years older than you, and they're probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years younger than you.
Okay, but it's still not
6 or 7 years younger.
But not like not even a decade. It's not even a decade.
I think we're the same generation. We're old. Like I would be an old millennial.
Oh, and they're like young millennials.
I think they would be young millennials.
Well, they didn't know how to do it.
Just not know how to do it, but had never
crossed their mind.
Yeah, had never experienced, had no idea what to do.
Jay was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what. He was so exasperated that he had absolutely no idea how to dial a rotary phone.
I thought they were messing with me at first.
Me too.
Because I was like, what do you? I mean.
It's intuitive to me. It's intuitive to me. I don't know.
It's intuitive if you've ever used one, but clearly,
right?
They hadn't. I mean, it was had never seen the technology.
They failed that task in the game, and we thought it was a shoot. Like, wow, they gave you such an easy thing to do, and they were just lost.
Yeah, lost in the way, or it'd be like if some space-faring future society came down, I was like, "Here's a tesseract, do stuff with it," and be like, "I have no idea what this is," or. They were that level of confused.
Yes.
But it was good.
It was pretty wild.
I'd never seen something that just seemed totally like, yeah, I remember these and I know exactly what to do. In stark contrast with people that I just view as the same age, like close enough to have the same experiences,
right?
And be like, wow, you've never seen this? How did I see this? If you hadn't it just went away between us that quickly.
I guess it did. We had one in my house, but it was like when we had it in my house growing up. I would say it was treated like an antique. Yeah, I thought it was fun. I would like. It was a special thing. Like, do you want to call Giggy, my grandmother, like on the rotary phone? And I thought it was so cool to get to do that.
Yeah, my grandparents had one that I think functioned, and I would mess with because it was kind of fun to use.
Yeah,
but yeah, it wasn't. I guess it wasn't
normal.
Like the norm. Even then, it was.
No, we had the buttons, the phones with the buttons on the wall.
Yeah. With the big cord.
Yeah. Oh boy. Another good one, which also kind of evolved over time, which I like, is maps.
Well, sorry, the cord also reminded me.
Yeah.
We just recently had a friend ask us if we remembered the taste of the phone cord.
What?
Did you not hear that conversation?
No.
Just over the weekend.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
the
taste of it? Of all of the senses that you would have thrown out there, the taste is...
He stuck it in his mouth?
I guess, chewing on it, like, was biting on it.
Well, that's weird. I never did that.
I was like, the taste.
I can remember the feel of the plastic
feel
phone,
of it, maybe the smell of it.
Maybe, yeah, I can see the smell. Yeah.
The taste. You're not supposed to eat it.
What a bizarre...
It was never meant to be eaten.
What a bizarre thing to say.
Like, that is not where I thought you were going to go with
what?
This.
I missed that conversation.
Okay, well, that was good too.
Folding maps is another one. But the maps is another evolution because I never did the folding maps. I did MapQuest.
I remember having folding maps. They were already gone by the time I was driving, so I never really needed one. But I remember having a ton of them because my dad loved them. I'm sure he probably still uses them. And we did like a fair amount of distance-y-ish driving growing up. And so there would just be like a pile of them in the car that just stayed in the car for places like, oh yeah, remember 10 years ago when we drove through Saguaro National Park? Here's the map for it.
So funny.
I used to kind of collect them out of the like little map holders. If you went
Those
to
are
if you went to like
fun.
AAA, you could just like kind of grab them.
Yeah, they have them like in like travel tourism places too, because they wanted you to be able to find their attractions. I did MapQuest. I remember going on saying, this is where I live and this is where I'm going. And it would print out the directions and then show you a little map. Yes. And I would bring that, but it was always so stressful to me because what if you missed your turn? Well, You're screwed if you missed your turn. And how long is 3.7 miles when you're driving? It is very unintuitive. Did I pass it? I was so paranoid I would pass. I don't think I ever passed anything because I was so paranoid about it. But it was a long 3.7 miles trying to figure out when my right turn was, you know?
I also just now am so dependent on GPS that just knows where I am at any moment and can redirect me from anywhere.
Exactly.
That not just making a wrong turn and being, well, I'm screwed because I didn't MapQuest the wrong turn, so I have no idea how to get back. But how did people? This would also coincide when cell phones kind of weren't ubiquitous,
right?
So the fact that I was able to meet up at a scheduled time with 8 other friends and actually get there and show we're all there is foreign to me even now because I don't think I could do that now. If you said, I'm taking your phone away. Be at this movie theater that you don't frequent at 8:30.
Yeah.
And there's going to be 800 people there. I would just miss that turn and be like, well, I guess I'm not going to the movie tonight because it's going to take me all night to figure out how to get back home.
We also lost that feeling of waiting for your friends to show up and, they might be 10 minutes late. And that just happens. They can't just text you that they're running late or call so you're sitting there walking around pacing, waiting for them to show up. And because
maybe they made that wrong turn and it's not happening tonight.
I've read arguments too that is kind of the reason why a lot of the younger generation has shorter attention spans, the lack of just mindful existence. Because before, if you were meeting someone at a restaurant and they were late, you're sitting there and you're kind of in your thoughts. You're paying attention to what's around you. You're not in your phone waiting for them. You're kind of more present naturally, paying attention to your surroundings or thinking or, being mindful. And now you're just in your phone the whole time waiting for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a confluence of things that led to that. It's not just maps.
No, it's not just that.
But yeah, you always have access to some clicky, doom scrolly type thing right there in your pocket. So you're never bored. I don't know. You're never doing nothing, waiting around.
Right.
I mean, memorizing phone numbers is another thing. I know my own phone number. And my phone number from my parents' house growing up. And that's literally the only numbers I have. God, do I even say this on the... I don't know your phone number.
I know your phone number.
Why?
You know what's actually really sad? I know more old phone numbers. That long-term memory retention for numbers stuck with me for some reason.
Okay.
Your phone number in Brandermill was 7440896.
Yeah.
Yep. My best friend Jaleesa's was 7448898. Mine was 7445306. Then you guys moved to Gates Mill.
Right.
And it was 6399074?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the 2 numbers I know. That one.
and then 8739074 became Marissa's.
Let's just throw out some phone numbers.
I mean, anyone's going to call them. They're old. They don't work anymore.
Yeah, I guess they're not even...
They're my childhood numbers. They're not
connected. We don't have those numbers anymore.
But I thought about it. They're old. I distinctly remember all of the old important numbers that I had growing up.
But why do you know my number?
I called it all the time.
You know my current phone number?
I do, because I used to call you all the time.
I know, I mean my cell phone.
Yeah, I used to call you all the time, and I put it in.
Oh, but I mean, I just have you saved, and then...
I know. It is obsolete to learn phone numbers now. I agree.
Well, it doesn't...
It's just in there.
It doesn't
but
even...
What if you don't have your phone?
You should. Screwed.
You need to remember the important contacts, because if you don't, your phone might die. You might be stuck somewhere, and then you don't have that person's phone number.
Oh, you have the important phone, the contact. Myself.
Right. I'm going to call me.
I'm going to call me.
When I lose my phone.
Me. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying when I call you, it doesn't even show your number. I mean, you're saved as your name and it has your face on there. So I don't even see it and just absorb it over time. It's hidden under a layer or two of clicking. Right? Yeah. You're just button I push on the screen of the phone and it dials your face.
Speaking of calling, dial-up modems. I don't even think Taylor, my younger sister, would recognize the sound of a
I was going to say,
modem.
I actually think that sound is such a very specific piece of time that you could age somebody probably within like a 15-year span.
I agree.
By if they recognize that sound or not.
Oh, yeah. It brings me back to trying to get on AIM. Something else no one will ever know about. Yeah. And then you'd be on AIM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting there on AIM.
Oh, look, there's a sound. There's one here you can play.
I mean,
it's
that's pretty good. How about just some of the AIM sound or the door opening, door closing when friends would leave and that stuff? Oh,
you
yeah.
said it, I can hear it.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel it. That was when I was a teenager and it was such an emotional time. We're like, I hope this boy I like is on her. I was going to say, I hope this girl I like is on her.
And I
want to talk to so-and-so and just the feels that come with it.
Wait for that door open.
Oh, yeah.
Or how about the worst sound? You're talking to that boy or girl you like, and then like mid-conversation, the door closed and you're just like, was it me?
Was it me?
Like what?
What did I do?
Did they just lose their connection? Or was it me?
Did I do something?
They blocked me? Maybe it was just me. Are they still on?
I love, speaking of away messages, no one will ever appreciate away messages anymore either.
Yeah.
The angsty away messages.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of them leaving you in the mid-conversation, this just...
Well, people still put angsty, like, Facebook.
That's true. It just moved.
It just got moved. That will never die. Whatever tech is the current tech, there will be always angsty emo quotes to be posted.
So I was in a work meeting, and one of our clients was driving through the area to go to some future date, right?
Okay.
And one of my coworkers, he goes, "Oh, great. Can we meet with you when you're in town? Maybe grab some lunch?" And then his internet just went off at the worst time. He left the meeting.
Nice.
And he's like,
I'll take that as a no.
That's what he said. I'll take that as a hard no. It was great.
Yeah, it's good.
I disagree with this one. Cigarettes, I disagree.
I have to figure out what.
Yeah.
AIM went away within the last 10 years, wasn't it? It had a funeral day. It was.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I should look it up. But it was not that anyone used it, but it was a functioning application into recent-ish times.
Really?
Yeah. I still have, I think. Remember you could export your buddy your friend list?
Yes.
As I forget what file type was, an AIM dot whatever, blah blah blah.
Yes.
I had it saved just in case I ever, something happened to my AIM account. I would lose all this important contacts.
How could you lose all those AIM numbers?
What was your screen name?
I had two.
Okay.
Renie7676, because I really liked the number 76. I don't know why.
Okay.
And Renie was a character in Sailor Moon.
I do remember making fun of you for Sailor Moon. So that
and
checks
then
out.
Marshmallow Makona. Makona is one of the characters in Ray Earth. Didn't you play something related to Ray Earth recently? Or we tried to get you to Magic Knight Ray Earth? Jimmy played something and then watched Ray Earth. I was trying to get him to watch it forever, and he actually watched. They were in one of the games you played or something, I think, the characters.
It was referenced or something?
Referenced, something like that. Makona was that weird, bouncy little bunny thing.
Okay.
This came up recently. I have a stuffed animal of him.
Of course you do.
And you're like, boo-boo! So I was Marshmallow Makona, because he was squishy like a marshmallow.
Makona. All right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, good.
You were Fishburne.
I was Fishburne 3.
I remember that.
Because I liked 3.
Right.
And I have just as much rationale for it as you like in 76. And I can tell you the iteration of Fishburne, because it's even dumber than the things you gave me.
Right.
But pre-AIM, I think having the internet, when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, I lived in Okinawa. And my friend who lived next to me there, we were buddies. He was 1 year older than me. So, he was the mature, more worldly figure. And this several year younger kid moved in. It was a military base, so there's a lot of churn. And this kid would always try to tag along with us, but we were far too far too old and
Yeah.
cool to allow that. And we gave him fake name. We told him fake names when he asked us what our names were.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever told him our real name. He actually
Oh.
thought we were these names
Okay.
for a while.
Yeah.
But my friend, who's older, said his name was Larry and that I was Fishburne. And I didn't even know that he meant Lawrence Fishburne, the actor. I didn't know who that actor was. I don't, I guess that 1 year difference made a difference back then, but...
He couldn't have just called you Larry or Lawrence?
No, he was Larry.
Okay, and you
was
were Fishburne. Okay, Larry. Okay.
And I never registered that for years. Solidly years. So I moved away and moved back to the U.S.
Yeah.
And then in 6th grade, AIM came out. Everyone was on it, or I don't remember your years, but that's when I got access to it.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'll just be Fishburne.
I
was already Fishburne last year, so I'll just be Fishburne now. But I didn't even know it was the actor, so I spelled it Fishburn. Fish, like a burning fish. And then I just picked 3 because I like the number 3.
Right.
And that was my screen name until AM died like 5 years ago.
I can't believe it only died 5 years ago.
I think
It's been dead forever.
I think it was more than 5 years. It had you cannot get on AM.
I'm gonna Google it.
Okay. But yeah, Fishburne 3.
Yeah.
And that was also my gaming tag.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of still, I think it's still my PlayStation tag
Yeah.
because I can't,
Yeah.
all my stuff for decades is tied to it. So
I like it.
you shouldn't. You shouldn't like it. It's a dumb name to have.
All right, it's dumb. December 2017.
I told you, yeah. Like pretty recent. I mean, God, that is almost 10 years.
2017.
Right?
That is insane. What? Who was on AIM in 2016?
What do you mean? I was finishing my fellowship in medicine that the year AIM went away. I was, I would log into it, and make sure maybe that girl I had a crush on. She might log just waiting for that 1 in a million door open sound.
Right, yeah. Because she's definitely on AIM in 2017.
You never know.
I will say, I got another good one.
Okay.
White pages. Phone books. Brander Mill, where we grew up, used to have a community phone book. And they would just stick it outside your door along with the white pages and the yellow pages. Those don't exist anymore as a physical book.
Well, our current community gave out a physical book.
What?
Like until 2 or 3 years ago. I have them downstairs. They're in the cabinet, taking up space.
Oh my God. I have a question. How do kids learning to drive that are too short manage these days? You used to sit on a phone book. That was what you would do.
Okay, but I mean,
what do you do now?
Books still exist. There wasn't anything.
But they're not the same.
There wasn't anything specific about a phone.
It was
book.
like flexible enough for your butt, so you felt good.
It's a soft cover book.
It's like I can't explain the difference. It's not just it's a thick soft cover.
Did
book.
you have to sit on a phone book?
I did.
I was gonna say, how do you have a lot of it? Okay. Wow. Were you that tiny at 16?
I finished growing really late. I was me and Marissa were the 2 smallest children at Swift Creek Middle School.
Because you're slightly above average height for a woman in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm a good height. I'm the low end model height size, so I'm tall.
Okay.
But I used to I grew very late, where I had the growth spurt and tallness, I guess.
Okay.
Because I was like the runt in middle school, and it was late growing. But yeah, phone books and pagers.
So I can tell you about pagers.
I know you can.
Probably the last place they died out was in healthcare.
Right.
And I actively had and used a pager until 2018. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they didn't die then. That's just when I finished my fellowship and no longer needed a pager.
Right.
Like in my current job doesn't. It's all application based stuff, and I'm not really on. Like when I'm on call, I'm just working.
Right.
I'm not on backup pager call anymore. Right. Like covering a hospital. Right. But I actively used it in 2018. I had one. I dreaded it. Right. It was the. I knew pretty early on that any kind of specialty that was going to require me to like be home waiting for my beeper to go off to like drive was just not for me because it gave me so much stress.
Oh, yeah.
Carrying that thing.
Oh, yeah.
My fellowship year, I probably got paged in the middle of the night a dozen times in the whole year. I mean, it was a pretty minimal burden.
Right.
But the amount of anxiety and lost sleep. Mm-hmm. Also, I never actually had to go into the hospital. I had a station at home. Like, I could answer the questions from home. So we're talking a half an hour of disrupted sleep at work. So it was like a pretty minimal call experience. But even that gave me so much anxiety that I would just be up till like 4 or 5 in the morning waiting, for it to go. I just could not sleep with it.
Yeah.
So.
Before pagers, was it like Scrubs where they would like be on call and spend the night at the hospital?
I did that.
You did that?
As an intern.
That sounds terrible.
You'd
spend the night at the hospital?
Yeah. Why? And have the pager. They had, because you'd have,
right.
Well, I mean, being a resident.
Yes.
The word's because you lived in the hospital. You were a resident in the hospital.
Oh. Never thought of it that way.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I was in residency for radiology, we had 14-hour shifts that went through the night. You weren't waiting for the pager to go off though, because there was just no rest. There was no you just worked straight. There was no break.
Oh,
so it was just a shift. So it was like,
terrible.
Well, that's even worse, right? Like
yeah.
But as an intern, I did an intern year in internal medicine, and yeah, everyone had to do X number of in-house overnight. There was bunk beds and
I saw them in Scrubs.
Yeah,
which is back, by the way. We have to watch it.
Oh, okay.
We're not sponsored by Scrubs. I just like Scrubs.
I'm not like a big watching healthcare related stuff because
right.
I don't know. I already haven't. I've had enough of it in my life. I don't need to then watch it on TV. But I will say, of all the ones that I've seen, Scrubs is probably one of the closest to how it really felt.
It's so
to be
good.
in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like that way more than Grey's Anatomy or these more dramatic ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I have one more before we call it, and I think it's a good one.
Okay.
Because a lot of the stuff on these lists are just like people still use these, but this is good. Mm-hmm. I watched a video. I'm not going to say what it is yet, of someone showing this object to Gen Zs, like the Gen Z and lower, and they just have no idea what it is,
right?
And they're just exasperated. Do you know what it is?
Can you give me more than an object?
It's computer related.
Computer related. A floppy disk?
A floppy disk.
Yeah, definitely, right?
There's videos of people just looking at floppy disks like, what is this? And like trying to guess what it is, and they're just wrong.
With the little gray square with the little pulley metal piece?
Yep, the floppy disk.
Do you know why they were called floppy disks? And it always seems ironic because it's a hard piece of plastic.
Why?
Because the disk is a little floppy piece of magnetic. If you ever broke one open...
Is floppy in there?
Yeah, the plastic container was just to protect it.
Yeah, floppy disks are another one that, why would you ever use it?
Did you ever see...
The amount of space on it.
Did you ever... I forget what they were called. Maybe just disks. But the tech preceding floppy disks, they were just giant, hard... They looked like vinyl.
Oh, weird. How much space do you think a floppy disk could hold?
Kilobytes, I think, was this and then I think they had, the final iteration of them before they got just totally replaced with DVDs, they were high density ones that were probably into the megabytes.
1.44 megabytes.
Was that the standard?
That was the most common 3.5 inch.
Yeah. Which
became the standard in the 80s.
Okay.
Could hold 1.44 megabytes.
Okay. That's a little bit more than I guess, but yeah.
Before that, earlier, smaller density disk held about 720 kilobytes. Mm-hmm. That's tiny.
Have you ever actually seen a CD or a DVD under super magnification? No. The bits are actually just burned onto the disc. It is actually reading. Yeah. So when it can hold, 1 gigabyte, it can hold that many little O's and Z, like zeros
Weird.
and ones. Like in the
Yeah. Also, just the evolution from floppy disk to CD. I bet you anyone from Gen Z now would see a CD and think that it's like a DVD, right? Like, they're not going to know much about what a CD is, and especially not think of it as something you store data on for a computer.
Yeah, but I mean, the transition from CD to DVD is so... It's basically the same tech, right? It's just like a much larger space. Whereas the floppy disk, it looks like a foreign thing.
Yeah, it
right?
does. But just, I mean, even like CDs as CDs, the MP4 players came around when I was like 14, 13 years old, right? So someone that's Taylor's age, who was a baby then.
Yeah, I remember getting my first...
think about a CD.
My first iPod, like the little...
Yeah, the tiny ones. The
tiny ones, and I think I got it for Christmas or some birthday or Christmas.
Right.
And I made I forget if my parents got it or my grandparents got it for me, but I had it inscribed, with an angsty quote on the back of it, right?
The first ones were kind of big, and then I got a shuffle one, like where it just shuffled through X amount of stuff, and it was like this big. It was like a tiny little inch by inch. No, I had the
standard one where you could manipulate it a little bit.
Yeah.
What's the I think is it Shakespeare, the if music be the something of life play on. It's a famous quote. Whatever that famous quote is what was engraved on the back of my iPad or my iPod.
Oh, it just came up. If music be the food of love, play on. It's from Twelfth Night.
Okay.
Yeah, it's from Twelfth Night. It's Shakespeare.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I was that cultured as a...
Because you definitely knew it was from Twelfth Night, and you definitely read Twelfth Night and understood Shakespeare.
Of course.
Right. Anyway.
Hey, ladies, what do you want to listen to on my iPod? Oh, and by the way, because, like I always say, if music be the food of love, play on.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. Doesn't come off
and then I was
horrifying
arrested.
At all.
Yeah.
Right. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't popular. No.
I think that's a good amount of things. Can you think of anything else?
I'm sure we could have a million more, but yeah, that's a good mix.
Believe it or not, a lot of the lists I found, like a lot of them are just not obsolete enough. Like everyone knows what a typewriter is because they came back and they're cool, right? Like a disc. That's why things like floppy disks, like they're not cool.
Have you
they're
ever used a typewriter?
I love typewriters.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like
I have too,
weird and clunky.
I don't love them.
It's weird and clunky.
Yeah.
The fact that you couldn't erase.
Well, yeah, that's
painful.
The big not selling point, right?
Right. That is the big not selling point. It's fun to have it as like a trinket in your office, but not actually to use it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
I mean, as with many things, right? Your office is full of trinkets. We're not using a lot of that stuff. I mean, I do get a lot of use out of the penis gourd, but...
Right. We're not supposed to talk about that.
Ooh, okay.
And the Victorian microscope, I use that daily.
I wonder if that works. I
use it daily.
Okay. I have a working light microscope still.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Oh my God. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in today, everybody. Please be sure to check out Malorie'sAdventures.com to follow us for more updates every day. And also, Weird World Adventures Season 2 should be coming out on Amazon Prime any moment here. Michael's super angsty about it. Anxious and antsy. Antsy. Angsty
is what I was when I had that iPad.
There you go. Angsty about it because it's not in our control anymore. They're putting it out there into.
Yeah, I don't like things that aren't like.
I know, but
I'm not doing anything now. Like, are we finished? And now
this
it's just
means
like,
we don't have to edit it more though.
I know.
So there's goodness.
I know it's a good thing, but I don't know.
It will be out as soon as the gods of Film Hub and Amazon Prime decide.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in today, everybody. I'm your host, Malorie.
And I'm your host, Michael.
And until next time, everybody,
stay weird and play on.